Okay, Mrs. Pelletier here again, and this is a book called Soccer Star, another book about determination. And this is Paulo, and this book takes place in a South American country called Brazil. And some children at this time had to work for their families, and Paulo does. So, but he dreams about being a soccer star. So we're going to read about his dream and see if it comes true. Okay. Again, be thinking about determination. Okay. I am Paulo Marcello Feliciano, and soon I will shine like a star. I will light up the homes of this favela. I will light every home in Brazil. I don't know if that's favela. Like Garrincha, Pele, and Ronaldo, who have played in these alleys, I will play my way to stardom because I'm a champion too. So Garrincha, Pele, and Ronaldo are very, very famous soccer players who also came from Brazil. And he's saying, I'm going to shine like a star. I'm going to light up the homes in this favela. You'll see what a favela is as I turn the pages, okay? Actually, you can see it right here. Here's a favela. And it's lots of homes. They're almost on top of each other. And often you can see them in many countries, but there are thousands of houses stacked on top of each other. And it's a very poor section of the country. And this is where he lives, okay? And the author's note here says, in Brazil, some children work for a living to overcome a stubborn opponent, poverty. So some children actually work because their families are so poor. The experience of life's hardship, being engaged in the survival arena of childhood, has helped shape Brazil's solid team of stars shining atop the world of soccer. My story is a homage to all soccer stars who have risen and continue to rise up from poverty. So this is dedicated to some of the people that have risen to stardom from Brazil. Okay? And Paulo is the one that's telling this story. Okay? I am Paulo Marcello Feliciano, and when I'm a soccer star, my mother won't have to work long hours, and I won't have to miss her so much. All day I help Senor de Salva fish. After work, I practice soccer with him. So he helps this man fish all day. That's his job. And then after that, he practices soccer. At night, my sister Maria and I read and write and play tennis and play. I teach her soccer moves. She teaches me math from school. You see, they have a really nice relationship. They're pretty close. This morning, Mame left me enough paio de, I'm not going to say this right because I don't speak Spanish, paio de queijo to share with my soccer team. That's a food that she makes. We'll need the energy tonight. We have a big game on the beach. I swallow my cheese buns and pack some for Maria. We run out the door to her school. Okay, so they're very close. And we dribble past our neighborhood. I kick the ball to Maria. She heads it back to me. So that means she takes the ball and bounces it off of her head. I pass the ball to Maria again, and this time she knees it up. So she hits it with her knee. I kick it past her little shoulders, and she fires her bicycle kick. Bicycle kick is when you actually, if there's a ball coming to you in the air, you kick it, but you kick it backwards. And there's a picture of it later. I'll show it to you. Maria sees that I'm impressed, so now I can be on your team? She asks me this day after day, but my answer is always the same. Our team's rule is no girls. Maria looks sad, so I say, we'll practice more after my game, okay? She smiles a little, waves goodbye, and walks to her class. So no girls allowed, but she's pretty good. I dribble to Carlos, who's shining shoes with his sisters by his side. I know that one day his fancy footwork will score us brilliant goals. So this friend is on his team. He's bringing him some of those biscuits, and he shines shoes for his job. I leave a bun for my goalie, Jesse. Jose. He is diving for tourists this morning. I know that one day he will dive for the ball and take our team to the top. So he's diving and doing all these tricks, and people are taking pictures of him. That's his job. But it's nice how he says he's diving for tourists, but I know one day he's going to dive for the ball and take our team to the top. I dribble to Geebo, who helps the dancers and works on the carnival floats. I know that one day he will dance with the ball and the fans will cheer his moves. So again, this author is very clever and says, oh, he helps dancers and works on these carnival floats. He paints them, but someday he's going to dance with the ball and the fans will cheer his moves. I dribble to Pedro at the coconut grove. He is climbing up a tree. There he is. I know that one day he'll climb to glory and harvest us fortune and trophies. So he's climbing trees and getting coconuts for a job, but he hopes that someday he's going to climb to glory and they will be soccer winners, okay? I am Paulo Marcello Feliciano. I will lead my team to the top and the crowd will cheer my soccer name. Captain Felino, the star. And then, see, this is the man that he's going to fish with. Felino, hurry, you're late, Senor DeSalvo shouts. So in Brazil, often soccer players are just called by one name, sometimes a nickname. So his nickname is Felino, even though his real name is Paulo Marcello Feliciano. And he's late, but you know what? He had lots of things to do. He had to make sure that all of his soccer team had some of those biscuits because they have a game coming up. So he has priorities, and he had to get his sister to school. He's you're seeing what kind of a person he is, very responsible. We're off to the ocean, and when it's time, I cast my net in the deep. Wild storm clouds appear fast in the sky above. Over and over, I cast the net. I gather and pull in the catch. Senor DeSalvo and I discuss my game plans for tonight. I keep an eye on the horizon and hope that the clouds disappear. Look how dark the sky's getting. He's hoping it does not stay because then probably they won't have their soccer game. Senor DeSalvo finally says, Felino, enough for today. The gray clouds suddenly sail away, away from the beach, away from the game. We steer the boat to the shore and my team gathers to help. So now they're all there at the beach and they're getting ready to play the game. He's got the soccer ball. We plan and practice our game. Jose will fly, Geebo will bounce, Carlos will kick, Pedro will shoot, and Felino will score. Look at the big words. But look at their outfits. They don't have uniforms, right? They're just playing in shorts and a shirt. They all have a white shirt. Maria arrives along with two of Carlos's sisters, and so does the other team. My sister runs to my teammates and asks, please, can I play on your team? She's really good, I say with a grin, and Carlos's sisters cheer. See, they know how good she is too. But the boys cross their arms and say no and frown. Not this time, I say to Maria. So they won't let her play. Let's see what happens. The game starts, their forward attacks. Jose jumps up and whoosh! Ooh, goes over the net. Look at these illustrations and look at how it shows motion. He lands on his wrist. I run over to him. The wrist isn't broken, Senor DeSalvo says, but I think Jose should rest. Geebo stands in as goalie and we're short a player. Maria, I ask my team. Geebo votes no. Pedro votes yes, and Carlos is fine either way. It's up to me. And my vote is for change. I wave to my sister and say, it's time. And Maria runs onto the field. So look at that. And I love how the author says, it's up to me and my vote is for change. So they want to change. He wants to change the rule about no girls. He knows how good she is. And he wants to give her a chance. That's really being a very good, supportive brother. Maria runs all over the field. She heads to Pedro. She knees to Carlos. And when the ball flies past her little shoulders, she fires her bicycle kick and she scores. There's the bicycle kick. See? She kicks it backwards into the goal. And she actually scores. Look at that. It's a great illustration. You see all the people cheering. And it's kind of interesting how this is a little bit darker color, and this is lighter right here where she's playing. I am Paulo Marcello Feliciano, the captain of this team. No storm, fall, or useless old rule can keep us from a win, right? No storm, no fall, because that player fell and couldn't play, the goalie, or useless old rule. The old rule, which is keeping no girls from playing, can keep us from a win. Our fans will one day call us the stars. We will light every home in Brazil. So he's still saying someday they are going to become soccer stars and be able to light up their homes in Brazil. Okay? So what do you know about Paulo in this story? You learned that he really is very responsible. He works really hard, and he cares about a lot of people. He takes a very big leadership role in his life for his younger sister, for his teammates. He really looks out for them. So again, if you're determined, and I think this really shows if we work hard at something, then we can get what we want, but we have to work hard to get it. And friends can help too. I think that's another big message of this book.